What's up, you degenerates? Let's have a look at Jasmy's price action here. And then we're going to get into some great detail about a conversation we had earlier tonight. All right, guys. So we're having good closes here. They're getting better and better as we step our way up. We've made our higher low, which is what we wanted to do. For me, guys, like I said, we're going to break through this resistance probably in the next couple days. It might be kind of a boring weekend. It might be next week because it's a holiday weekend kind of thing. People are spending time with families and stuff. You know what it is. So anyway, I see the breakout happening, then the retest for support. Then we're going to come up. We're probably going to get rejected around that 3 cents level, build up another higher low, and then we're going to continue upwards again, guys. So up towards that 4 cent 4 level. But here's what people don't understand. Well, there's a lot that people don't understand, but this is one little part of it that I'm going to get to here. Jasmy, this is zoomed in, is what you need to understand, guys. This is zoomed in very, very much. The moves that are coming for this project very, very soon are going to blow your mind, okay? Let's zoom out. We haven't even tapped the potential of this breakout, guys. Again, we had our 3 touches, we broke out, we retested, and now we're getting ready to launch. This is where we're going to end up here, guys, in the near term, okay? This is the near term, 4 cents 4. That's where we're going back to retest the local high, right? That's where we're heading. And then beyond, guys, like way, way beyond, right? Again, we're zoomed in even still. If we zoom out, we have so much room to go here, guys, just to get to 10 cents, right? Which is going to be soon, guys, right? We're way up here for 10 cents, right? We're coming for it, man. And that's a psychological level, so it might be a little bit difficult to break through levels like 10 cents, but I digress, guys. We are just getting started. Like I said, we're very zoomed in right now. You have no idea how much this is going to melt your face, in my opinion. Let's go have a look over at Bitcoin here. So as we see, Bitcoin had a good close, guys. So one of two things is going to happen. Either we're going to retest this massive sell wall in the near term here, or we're going to come back down like I show on the chart. We're going to retest 91, 92,000 as a support level one more time, and then we're going to come up and test this massive sell wall. 98,800 is a very, very strong resistance right now. A lot of selling pressure. We will get through it, guys, but it might take a little bit of time for the bulls. I've been saying since before we got here, guys, if you can go back on all my videos and watch, that this was going to be a highly contested battleground for the bulls and bears. And it wasn't going to be as easy as a hot knife through butter, right? It's going to take some time. It's going to take some work on behalf of the bulls, but I am extremely confident. It's almost guaranteed. Nothing's guaranteed, but it's almost guaranteed that it will break through 100K. It will break through 100K. The bulls will get it done. It's just a matter of time. Okay, so guys, listen, we had a fantastic conversation this evening, over on the Patreon. We do group Zoom calls over there. You should join them, by the way. They're fantastic and informative. And they're a lot of fun too. They really are a lot of fun. So we all get together over there. It's a massive community full of everyone from experienced veterans to beginners over there. And anyway, we had a group Zoom call today, this evening, and we were discussing Jasmy quite a bit, and we were talking about a couple of things, right? Now, the first thing I wanted to touch on was Hara had mentioned in his AMA that one of the key factors that that was really holding the project down a little bit is that when he was at ETH Denver, and he met, if you guys recall, we covered it here on the channel, he met with quite a few, I can't remember how many, I think like eight or 10 venture capitalist VCs in the United States when he was at ETH Denver there. And he spent a lot of time with them. He said he spent something like 4 uninterrupted hours with them, right? Discussing business. And we never saw any VCs step up. And as it turns out, according to Hara, that one of the primary reasons that was, and I will preface this first by saying, this is why you have to pay attention to more than just what the price prediction of JASMY is, right? You have to have an understanding of what's going on. Whenever I talk about the SEC, or whenever I talk about Bitcoin, or the new administrative party coming into the United States, people turn their ears off. They're like, I don't care. What's the price going to be, right? You got to be a little less ignorant than that in terms of the entire asset classes, situation. Because as a result, look, this affected JASMY in a very, very negative context, right? And that was that one of the major response that Hara had received from American VCs was that they were hesitant because they were uncertain what type of reaction they would get out of Gary Gensler and the SEC. Do you see how these things are important to understand now, guys? Right? None of us knew this, but this was a big problem. This is a big problem for VC investors in the United States, right? They don't want to start getting into trouble with the SEC and stuff like that, especially for a Japanese company. So turns out that was one of Hara's biggest hurdles, getting his foot in the door with VCs in the United States. Well, my friends, I would say that that's no longer going to be a problem with a new administration coming in, with a pro-crypto chair at the head of the SEC. Well, that kind of changes the dynamic for Hara being able to get VC interest in the project at this point, right? So I would venture to guess, and at this point I'm speculating, that coming into next year, once we get a little bit more regulation, don't be shocked to see Hara at a lot of these crypto events like ETH Denver, like the Bitcoin conference in the United States next year, gauging again VC interest in the United States, because we know that for a while now, I've talked about this. I've talked about it with Jesse from KIR Finance, and we've discussed Hara's interest in acquiring VC capital money, right? VC money pouring into, investing into, and backing JASMY and Junction, right? So now that this hurdle is being removed, I would venture to say that we're going to see a lot more of Hara making his way into the United States and trying to work with these VCs. So that's very, very bullish. Another thing that we were talking about was just how going into the next, 8 to 12 months is so big for JASMY. So big, right? Hara had mentioned that he had plans to, they're hoping that Junction's ecosystem, Junction's layer 2, should be launched before the end of December, which is before the end of the year, he said. But we've got one more month left, so that's that, right? So we've got that in December. Then, what do we have shortly after that? The end of December. Well, we have the first week of January. What happens the first week of January? Yes, Binance reevaluates removing projects from the monitoring zone or innovation zone, right? Now, in a worst case scenario, they decide not to remove. Well, it's a good incentive for them to, if Junction is launched and it's up and running before the end of the year, it increases our chances of getting out of the monitoring zone in January, right? And if the worst case scenario happens and we still don't get removed from the monitoring zone, well, he said 2 to 3 months after Junction is launched, Super Wallet will be launched. Well, that brings us to March. Well, what happens the first week of April? That's right. Binance reevaluates the projects in the monitoring zone once again. So the launch of Junction and the launch of the Super Wallet are both in perfect timing to happen just before the evaluation of the monitoring zone for the next 2 quarters, right? So that's very, very interesting. And then moving forward, There's so many other catalysts that are coming, speculating on the removal of the innovation zone, the Junction and PDL being launched, the Super Wallet being launched, the My Number card being integrated with Jasmy's technology into the Apple iPhones in March, right? There are so many things coming. The carbon credits exchange is also launching around March, I believe. There's so many things coming, guys. We can start to see, once the PDL and the Super Wallet are activated, we can also start to see the TVL start to increase in the Junction ecosystem, because people will be able to lock up their tokens, stake their tokens, and everything else, right? So there is this whole new world is about to open up for this project over the next few months, guys. And I, for one, am extremely excited about it. I know I'm kind of stoic and docile right now, but I'm tired. It's late at night. I'm tired. So, but I am super, super stoked. I'm excited, guys. I hope that you guys are too. Again, you guys should definitely join us for our group Zoom calls over on the Patreon. There's a whole bunch of us, guys. It's a massive community now. And like I said, everyone from seasoned veterans to beginners are over there. We're all helping each other. We help with making sure you have your exit price points picked out, making sure you have an exit plan, making sure you have a profit-taking plan, your portfolio structure is in line for maximum ROI. We talk about passive income, DeFi staking, node operations. If you want to learn how to make extra money and passive income in crypto, guys, listen, if you're new to crypto, if this is your first cycle, right? Or if you've been around for a cycle or two, surround yourself with people who have been here for years, right? Who have the experience throughout a parabolic part of an altcoin season. Do you know how many people talk to me and say that they're paranoid, that they're going to mess this up? They're worried they're going to either leave too soon or leave too late, and they're going to miss out, right? Well, if you're feeling that way, join our community of people who have been around for multiple cycles and can help hold your hand through this, so that going into the next cycle, you have experience, you've been guided, and you know what to do next time, right? That's how you're going to excel and succeed in this space. Most of the people that are in our Patreon community right now messed up the last bull run. They either sold too soon, or they're still holding their crypto from the last cycle because they didn't know when to sell. They thought it was going to keep going up forever, right? They've learned their lesson, and now they're part of a community that is helping them make that profits possible, right? We also do swing trading over there, guys. I made we did a 1,600% return on a swing trade on Peanut. We had another swing trade. One of our Patreon members, they did a swing trade where they turned like $500 into $8,000. Congratulations once again on that. That's what we're doing, guys, right? Another member I spoke to just today about taking profits from a project, splitting it, and putting it into two other projects now that are both going to 10x as well, right? So to continue to compound those gains. That's what we do over there, guys. You can also schedule one-on-one coaching sessions with me personally. So do that. Get your coaching session scheduled. Join our group Zoom calls that we do every single day. The link is down in the description, guys. We'd love to have you over there. Again, click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. And I will see you guys in the next one.